Gorilla Glue spray. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Latoya Ebony. I do type 4 natural hair care videos, but today I had other things planned. However, the situation that I came across on social media concerning Tessica, the old lady on TikTok and Instagram, I am invested. I am so invested in this young lady's hair story right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna catch everybody up to date on exactly what's going on. So Tessica shows up. She's got this beautiful hairstyle. It's a very slicked back ponytail, little edges on the side, and then like a faux, some weave in the back, basically. It's a great hairstyle. And she comes on, she said, look, my hair has been like this for a month. I tried everything. This is what happened. I ran out of, got to be their kind of freeze spray. It's like a finishing spray that has a lot of hold. I ran out of that and I ended up using a Gorilla Glue spray. Gorilla Glue spray. When I first saw this story, it was popping up on a lot of the hair sites, like the hair Instagram accounts that I follow, and I thought it was fake. Like, she looks serious, but sometimes we get trolled a little bit. So I thought it was fake. I sent it to my husband. I sent it to my best friend. I'm just like, is this real? I just kept thinking, is this real? So if you don't know anything about Gorilla Glue, it is literally one of the strongest glues ever invented. I was doing a cabinet project in my kitchen. I was trying to fix a cabinet. It just would not get fixed with all the screws and everything, and it needed a glue. I go ahead, I get Gorilla Glue. It comes in many forms. The form that I had was the kind that it's like a gel consistency. You put it on and literally it bonds like in seconds. Okay, a little bit of it got on my finger. As I'm doing my project, like a little dot got on my finger. I didn't realize it, and I'm doing a project that, requires you to kind of squeeze things together. I accidentally glued my two fingers together. A little dot. Literally, I could not. I ran it underwater. I tried to put, some oil on it. Nothing worked. I ended up literally just having to rip my fingers apart because there was just nothing else to do. And thankfully, it wasn't enough glue to do any damage, but it was not a comfortable feeling. It actually kind of hurt. I can only imagine the amount of glue that she put on for this style in order for it to stay, because typically with a hairspray, things like that, you kind of put a decent amount on, especially for a style like that where you want it to be very, very slicked. Child, she sounds like she's from New York too. I love her accent, it reminds me of home. To prove it, she posts a video, her next video. And because I guess people in the comments were like, try this, just put conditioner on. I don't know why you just don't put conditioner on. There was a lot of people in her comments saying that. So she had, good old Pantene, slapped it on her hair, rubbed it in. And I mean, you can see where she's with her fingers, just it sounds hard. And she's just wiping it off look. And she's sort of kind of quiver cries at the end. This was the moment in which I started to feel really bad. At first, I thought I was getting trolled. Then I started to feel for her. I can only imagine. You guys know I make YouTube videos. Because I make YouTube videos, is something that I probably would share, publicly, if I made a mistake like that, because you guys are invested in my hair care journey. That is what my platform has become. That's what I've made it, right? It wasn't like she was posting a lot of things before this, but the amount of desperation, I need help. Help me. To publicly put yourself out there like that, knowing that your friends, your family, your people at work are going to see this, and knowing that you made a mistake like that. She said it was a dumb decision. I messed up. There were people in the comments that were suggesting oil. And so she tried to soak her head in coconut oil, tea tree oil. That was a big fail. Then people were saying there was a couple of professionals that came on and like chimed into the conversation, talking about Gorilla Glue and the kind of substance that it is. And there's this one dermatologist, I believe he's a dermatologist, who said acetone or I think it's Gooby Gone. I've used this before, and that stuff is the truth. Let me just look up the name of it once again. The product is called Goo Gone. I have used Goo Gone before for like projects, and that stuff is the truth. It actually does work very, very well for just about anything. The next update she has, she's in the hospital and literally she's just laying there, and I could just imagine the nurse. I don't know, she might be like at an urgent care facility or something, and the nurse, bless her heart, bless this nurse's heart, because I don't think that she has very many people coming in with this particular issue. I've been in situations where I've gone to, physicians. When I was younger, I had this weird pattern rash on my back. When I was younger, I was always getting like very strange conditions with my scalp, with my skin. Growing up, we had to live in a lot of shelters and like motels and things like that when I was very young. That's a story for another day. As a result of being in some of these environments, your children, they sometimes get sick with things. It's a very desperate situation. And I remember having this strange rash on my back, and none of the doctors could figure out what the heck, like just couldn't. And the look on their face is just like they don't have the answer, and they know that they're supposed to have the answer. And it just makes everything that much more worse. We ended up having to go to like 3 different doctors. The third doctor literally pulled out a textbook and was like, this is what you have. And it was a strange rash. I don't remember the name of it, but it's in the shape of a Christmas tree. And, he was able to prescribe things, and eventually it went away. But that, like, your heart kind of drops when people don't have like a confident solution. And so my heart goes out to the nurses. When I think of nurses, I have a special place in my heart for nurses, because those are the people who really care and are really trying. They're the ones that are willing to go the extra mile a lot of the times, even more than doctors, to be honest, because my experience with doctors, they kind of have to get in and out. I'm sure that over the course of their career, maybe their priorities have to get shifted because there's not as many doctors and they really need to get to as many patients, but the nurses will like sit with you and work with you. So I have a special place in my heart for nurses because of that. Well, anyway, she goes there. I think what they must have prescribed her was acetone, like acetone wipes or acetone something, because the next update, she is like in her house and her friend or family member, I don't know, she has these pads and she's putting it on her, and she's putting it on the girl's hair, and she looks like she's in so much pain. She's got a towel covering her face, like, oh my God, like, I feel for her. Like, can you imagine? I think at this point, she's willing to do just about anything to get this stuff off her hair, or even, and a lot of people in the comments are like, why doesn't she just shave her hair off? You need a area of separation between like your scalp and this sort of helmet that's been created. You can't just like, literally, there's no space. And if hair grows at 1/2 inch a month, she should have a little bit of new growth. But the way that this layer is laid on her scalp, there literally is no space. She needs to soak her head in some kind of solution that's going to break this up. Acetone, it looks like it didn't work. or it was a very, 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 very painful process. At this point, there are celebrities, there are news outlets covering this girl's story. She has literally over 500,000 followers on Instagram now. I'm sure her TikTok has blown up. I mean, this is an opportunity for her to turn lemons into lemonade if I ever saw one. I mean, she has everyone's attention. We are literally waiting with bated breath, trying to see what the next move is. Conditioner's not working, oil's not working, acetone's not working. There was a young lady on Instagram recently. If I have the video, I will put it here, but she took 2 tracks of hair and she applied acetone on one, and then she applied Goo Gone on the other, and the Goo Gone seems to be the substance that's worked. Now this is some stuff that I would have tried. I would have took it some tracks, did this. This is my kind of girl. This is my kind of girl. By the way, I'm gonna post these people's IG accounts in my description. Definitely go check out, support Tessica. She looks like she's really talented with hairstyles. From what I saw, she knows how to do her hair. She just made a terrible, 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 terrible mistake. We've all made mistakes. Biggest mistake I ever made was putting relaxer on my hair and believing that I looked better that way. Relaxer is a very potent chemical. And I'm not saying this to shame anyone who wants to use relaxers, et cetera, et cetera. But when I did the research on what that chemical is, I started to realize how irritating and how harmful it could be to the scalp. And millions of people do it every day. And this is just, my own personal journey with my hair. It's not the same thing as putting glue on your hair, but my point is that we all make mistakes. My God, I'm going to be praying for her. I think her next step, in my opinion, should be to try the Goo Gone, but maybe she should do the test that the young lady did with the tracks of hair, just so that she has more confidence. I hope she sees this video. Whatever happens, I know that it's going to be a painful process. Acetone is meant to be used on or near the skin. Obviously, it's formulated that way, but the degree of irritation that she has on her scalp at this point, no matter what she does, it's going to hurt. She's going to be in a lot of pain for a while. And I'm hoping that, when this is all over, we can sort of crack the code, that she is able to get the help that she needs for her scalp underneath, because I assume that this is going to be a bit of a journey getting the health of her hair and her scalp back. I'm going to be watching. Go ahead and support her. What are your thoughts on this? If y'all have any suggestions, maybe she'll see this video. My heart goes out to you, Tessica. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the situation. If you're interested in type 4 natural hair care, I just posted a video on how I grew my hair this past year. I've had some great growth. If you want to know how to grow your hair, I feel like this is so irrelevant right now, but I've got a video here. If you're interested in hair care, natural hair care regimens, I've got videos here. I'm just going to be waiting for the next update. I'll see y'all in a couple days. Love y'all. Bye. Mwah.